Resume. Thanks everybody for joining us for our first and second grade GLC. We just hide a few things and we'll get going. Our agenda today, we're going to talk about some intervention tools for reading, vocabulary highlight, our math adoption update, and just a reminder about our science of reading training next week. So first of all, this tool was developed as we move towards being more strategic and intentional with our reading intervention with students. Instead of just feeling like we're marching them through programs, we really want to think about being more prescriptive and diagnostic in looking at what do students really need and why are we using the programs we're using and what other options do we have that are supported by the district and the state. So when you're looking at what skills your students are missing, this tool will help you see what the screener is that would identify a deficit, what diagnostic could be used to see about digging a little deeper into those skills, and then what tools are available at your school and supported by the district to help your students with those things. So you can see this document for the early reading, and then as we're looking at second grade as well, you may be moving into second page, which would be some other options as you're moving towards more fluent decoding and fluency. You'll notice at the bottom that students on benchmark, they need fluency and comprehension practice with grade level text. That could be reading for all. It could be reading mastery, but we can also look at other tools like the Wonders leveled readers, half pint readers, or novel studies. With upper grades, we have some other options as well, like the genre passages. There's even some for second grade that may be interesting so that we make sure our students who are not pulled for intervention are getting grade level practice with building fluency and moving towards those blue reading on grade level benchmark instead of just green. Above benchmark. I guess that's the word I was looking for. So hopefully this document will help. It's one of our drafts, so it may adjust over time, but we at least wanted you to be aware as new programs are coming out and you're like, why do we have so many more programs? Or can we only use reading mastery? Well, here are some things that we can look at when we're trying to be prescriptive. Please have conversations with your SSLs. We want this to be collaborative in making decisions about what your students can learn from in their reading skills. Okay, next we're going to talk about vocabulary briefly. Just looking at the research around vocabulary, Anita Archer suggests limiting the number of words that we do in a session. So when you think about Wonders and having 20 words in your list for a day, that may not be necessary to attack them all the same way. When you're looking at, hey, I've got to teach all this vocabulary to my students, not necessarily. The ones we want to focus on, we're going to just pick 4 or 5. Other words that you come across that are unknown, you can give them lighter touch, like fast mapping, or when you come to the word, just giving a short definition and moving on. But select 4 to 5 words to focus on. Pick words that are unknown, that help you understand the passage, and that are high utility, that might be useful across different content areas, or that may be useful to or interesting with their word structure. When you're looking at instruction, similar to the letters instructional routine, we want to make sure kids can pronounce it, that they have a child-friendly definition, examples, not examples, and of course, giving them those miles on the tongue or opportunities for practicing those words. We can support that with sentence frames that can be oral or written. And this, again, is supported by that letters routine. If you haven't seen it yet, pronounce it, talk about how the word is, there's a definition, say more about it, use it in examples, ask yes or no, and do some think, pair, share. Those are all great strategies for teaching vocabulary. That being said, Ressa Budge over at Heritage, she has worked on some vocabulary examples for using some of these strategies in her classroom. And I was able to watch this, and I thought it was a great way to show how to increase oral language practice in the classroom. So Ressa, if you're there, I'm going to hop into your example.
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, do you want to just give an overview of what you've got here?
Sure. So I just have the 5 words for the week for our Wonders vocabulary. And can I change it or are you needing to change it? Oh, there we go. So like, for instance, here's the word common. So I would introduce it. What's the word? And they would say common. Then I would have them clap it to identify how many syllables. So they would clap it. And then I would ask them how many syllables. They would say 2. And then we would say the word again, common. And then I give a definition. Common means normal or ordinary. So if something is normal or ordinary to you, it is, and then they reply common. Then I give an example. It is common to see cars on city streets. Now I'm going to provide an example and a non-example. If you'll click again, it is common to see a dog wearing a collar. It is not common to see dog wearing shoes. And then here I'll give them practice in determining for themselves what the word means. So give me an example of, get ready to tell me if what you see would be common thing to see at school. If it is common, say common, and if not, say not common. Then I provide them with 4 examples and they're telling us common or not common. And then the last thing I do is they have a sentence frame for partner talk. Turn to your partner and let them tell something that is common to see on a farm. Let's start our sentence with on a farm. It is common to see. And so I do this for each word in Wonders. It just kind of helps keep me focused on staying directed in the way, the best practices of doing it, but it also just helps it keep moving. So that's my book.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing. And I know you're working on like it's not all done for the whole year or anything like that, but I'm sure as you get them developed that other people may be interested, but at least they have a frame for something that could be created. So thanks, Ressa. Okay. Beverly is meeting with teachers right now, so I told her I'd just share the math adoption updates. So the next step now that we've adopted iReady is training. So February 13th is does that sound right? Is that the PD day?
Yep.
All right. It's coming right up. We're going to have a PD day all about math. It's going to be all math. We're going to have new curriculum training by the curriculum associates. We're going to have model lessons from our pilot team. We're going to look at the new draft of standards and how they align, and we'll have a little collaboration time. So we'd love everyone to attend and be ready to be engaged with getting excited about our iReady curriculum. Our pilot team is so cool because they are starting to use iReady already in their classrooms, and we have about one for every school. So if you're not sure who at your school is piloting, you could ask your admin or you can email Beverly. But we have a few teams on each grade level, and it's over 81 teachers who are already dabbling and becoming our experts so that we can be ready to roll next year successfully. So a lot of support and teacher leaders to help us through this transition. Ashlina, I'm going to have you talk about our upcoming training.
Awesome, you guys. We're so excited. Thank you so much for those of you that are going to be able to attend, for getting together subs and sub plans. We will plan to see those of you that registered for the morning at 8:30 and those for the afternoon at 12:30 in C3 here at the district office. An update is we are going to be serving lunch because we realize we are cutting into a lot of your lunch time with travel and all the things. So lunch will be served from 11:30 to 12:30, whether it's a grab and go or a chew and listen. Good job, Melinda. I said something much worse earlier today. But we're so excited. I'll be sending out a reminder email early next week. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.
And it's not too late to come. Like if you want to come and your team is not going, but you're like, oh, I really want to go, that's okay. Whoever wants to come can come. We're happy to have you. And questions. That was really exciting to say and questions. Anything we can answer for you, feel free to type it in the chat or come off of mute. Thanks again, Ressa, for sharing your vocabulary frames. If we're unable to attend on the 13th, will there be videos or further training? I don't think that'll be avoidable. I think there'll be ongoing training and professional development around math for a little while. So I don't think there'll be a lot in the fall. I'm sure there'll be resources, Ressa, and a lot of peers that would support you. Could we have the vocabulary slides when Ressa is done? Good question. Ressa, how do you feel about that?
Yes, I'm happy to share them out. I am also getting an endorsement and doing other things. And so it's like I do them a week at a time. So it probably won't be until the end of the year, but then you would have all of them for next year.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Okay, I think we'll just end. If you guys need anything else, please reach out. We're happy to support you. Thanks for hopping on to join us today. Have a great rest of your week.